Hi, I'm Dave Dinkle. Today I'm here with Aisha. Aisha is one of our mentor students from a number of years ago. You've completed about 50 deals.
About.
What was your largest deal?
On a rehab, the largest spread was about 64.
Okay, $64,000.
Yes.
And on your largest wholesale deal?
About 24.
Okay. You got a 44 in there somewhere. Was that another?
A rehab, yes.
Oh, okay, good. Now, you actually work with your dad, and your dad helps you with the rehabs?
Yes, he does. We work together.
Okay. So one of the reasons I asked Aisha to come by and say hi was about 3 months or so ago, I did a meeting, and I talked about kind of a new niche for mentor students called wholesaling to wholesalers.
Yes.
And the concept was, and it came about, let me tell you how it came about first of all. Somebody said to me, if you drop me in a city by parachute, and I don't know anyone or anything else, how can I start doing deals? And typically when people ask me that, I would say to them the fastest way is just a door knock. However, what I decided after thinking about it for a while is, it might be a lot easier if you didn't have to go outside at all and you could use your computer. And basically the premise is find the wholesalers, which are easy to find. They're paying for you to come to them on pay-per-clicks. Get signed up and, of course, start a new website. Did you start a new email address? I said website, but email.
Well, we have an ongoing email that we
use for wholesaling and stuff.
Yes,
yeah, because you're going to be inundated with properties.
Oh, yes.
And then sort of get into it. Start looking at the properties. Now, the key here is your buyer's list. You already had a buyer's list.
Yes, we do.
But you're also reselling to other wholesalers.
Yes, we are.
Okay, that's worked out very well.
Yes, it's working out.
So in the 3 months, you've done about 10 deals.
Correct.
Which is kind of freebies for you because you weren't looking at doing that before.
Yes, you've encouraged me to re-wholesale the last time we met, and I said, let me give it a shot consistently, and it's working out.
Yeah. Now, if there's a problem, I'm going to say to you, to me, the problem is the spreads.
Yes, the spreads are typically smaller.
Yeah, and you said to me that it's, let's say, $3,500 on average. Is that fair?
Yes, that's fair.
Okay. Now, you're used to much larger spreads.
Yes, we are.
And the reason we're used to larger spreads is because we work the deals very hard. That's how we make our money. It's not getting a property under contract. That's the beginning of a ritual. We go through a game we play.
Exactly.
So that's why when people look at us and say, how can you make $20,000 on a wholesale deal? That's our goal. But what you're doing now on the wholesaling to wholesalers is you're making what some of them will think is a great spread. It's an average, less than average spread for us.
Extra money.
Now, I want you to tell your story about one of the first times you called me up and you said you were going to closing and you had sold a wholesaler 2 deals, and you're going to closing and you're having a little problem with them. So obviously you're not going to mention their name, but the reason I'd like you to tell the story is I want people who are listening to be aware of what can go wrong and how some wholesalers can take advantage of newbies. That's fair to say, right?
Yeah, it actually happened several years ago, earlier in our wholesaling career, and it was a well-known company, and I was, told to be aware of them, but, I let my guards down.
They've changed their name 3 times. Seriously. And you asked me about them, and I said to you, be careful because they steal deals.
Exactly.
And that's not uncommon, unfortunately, in some circles, so I won't interrupt anymore.
And they were supposed to close on 2 properties. We had some issues with both the deals, and, they said, you know what, maybe if we speak with the person together, then, the seller together, then we can get through this. They were also working with their own title company, so little did I know that while they were doing that, they were doing things on their end as well to close the deal, and they ended up going behind me because it was an assignment, so obviously they knew what time frame I had to close on the deal, and that was $13,000 lost.
Now, they made you an offer just before closing that you could have $600, didn't they?
Yeah, $600 each deal. And I laughed and said no.
Okay, now, but the bottom line is, you laughed and said no to them, but how much did you make?
I ended up making nothing on it.
Nothing. They stole the deal.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, the clue here was when you told me they wanted to talk to the seller, the obvious thing is now they know who the seller is, they know the seller's phone number, and they can say, by the way, we're the actual buyers. She's in it for the money, and we may not close, and she will not. So let's make a deal directly, and that's what they did. Virtually.
Yeah, they actually researched the seller's phone number because I never gave it to them.
Oh, okay.
But they were able to research it, and
So they probably, because they have the closing company in their grips, they
Yes.
get it from them too.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So it was a learning experience.
Very much so.
So if somebody that was coming into the program, you could say something to them, what would you say to them?
I'll just say be careful when you're doing deals with other wholesalers because sometimes it's risky, but the main thing is building good relationships with people, which sometimes take a while. But after you've established, you've done a couple of deals, established a relationship, then you and the wholesaler have an understanding and you know how far you can go with them.
We had, I'm not sure if you were involved in it, we had a deal where our student had about a $9,000 profit in it, and the buyer who came in re-wholesaled the deal to an end buyer, and he made $41,000.
Wow.
Not a bad deal for him, but now, how was he able to do that? He had a better buyer's list than we did.
Mm-hmm.
He had a buyer at the time. He could have only had 3 people. Doesn't matter. He had one that wanted that property, or he sold it to him, however it turned out. But he netted $41,000 on wholesaling to an end buyer.
Wow, that's
So it can
amazing.
certainly be done. Yeah, let me ask you, for the people listening, just quickly, in the process of getting a joint venture agreement with the original wholesaler, so to speak, have you had any problems there?
No, I haven't had any issues with that.
Okay, they use your joint venture agreement, or do they give you theirs?
Sometimes it can go either way. It depends on the particular wholesaler. I've done it both.
Okay, and it really all comes down to a matter of trust.
Exactly.
You really need to get to know them and so on, and you may get burned.
Yeah, I've had deals where, I kept on persisting with the wholesaler that had it under contract to sign the JV and send it back, but because they've worked with me before several times, they never did, but they know that at the end of the day, they're going to get paid.
Okay, so what you're saying is they didn't even sign the joint venture
No.
agreement. They
No.
trusted you.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
You did very well. You were afraid, right? Thanks very much.
Ooh, sigh of relief.
At last it's over.